Hey, Shalom. Double check my audio really quick here, guys. All right, seems good. Shalom, this is your brother Juan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. There's a clip I want to run for you guys, and we're going to respond to it. The title of the lesson is "The Past is Necessary for a Diagnosis." I seen that the interview with Dr. Umar and the Cynthia G, the white supremacist Cynthia G. And, the mentality of our women, for the most part, man, the way they view the Israelite man is parallel with how a white supremacist would view um, the Israelite man. But that's not what the lesson's about. We're not going to go there today. But during that argument, Dr. Umar said something that's, very plain. He says, as a clinical psychologist, or you go into a doctor or anyone where you need help, they do a history of your health problems, of your family's health problems. You have to go to the past to understand how did this problem even manifest here today. And Esau is famous for trying when it comes to his wrongdoings, to the wickedness that he's done to our people, disannul the past, act like it doesn't matter. But in the same token, when he wants to speak about his greatness, he goes to the past. But that greatness that he speaks of was really wickedness in regards to the scriptures. Let me actually go get, let me pull it up here on King James, because I don't have the Apocrypha on the blue letter. I believe it is Sirach 10 and 8. Everything they gained was gained in a wicked fashion, right? The scriptures tell us this. Pull it up here. All right, let me share it on the screen with you guys. Share screen. Window right there. There we go. Okay, so as we can see here, this is Sirach, the 10th chapter. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Unrighteous dealings. All your dealings were unrighteous. A simple example with our brothers of the Northern Kingdom. You broke every treaty that you made with them. Unrighteous dealings. Injuries. You act like you were giving them gifts. Okay, and I'm just using them as a prime example. We could do this all day and talk about the atrocities of Edom. On my old page, I had a playlist that I caused that I'm going to have to redo all those lessons, and that's why I got to start downloading my lessons. But it might be on Odyssey, though. I did a series called The Atrocities of Edom. So we can go down the line with all the unrighteous dealings and the injuries that you did to gain particular things in the world, to gain your foothold in the world. We can do that all day. But a prime example, when I first came into the truth, first city I was in Pittsburgh, and they have a museum there. It's called Fort Pitt, I believe, and the history of that location. They gave the Native Americans smallpox blankets that were infested with smallpox, and it completely decimated that population in the area. Biological warfare. That's another unrighteous dealing and an injury. And you stole that land. You stole this whole land. You stole a people. So your riches were gotten by deceit. Okay? So let's read that again. Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what we're preaching about. That's what we're telling our people. That's the comfort. We have a kingdom coming to us, and our kingdom is going to be everlasting. All right? And what this devil's trying to do is to establish his kingdom, make his kingdom an everlasting kingdom. Everything he's trying to duplicate is what we receive. So he's trying to fabricate his own pseudo blessing, his own fake blessing, his great value blessing, but he's not going to accomplish it. He's talking about eternal life, being able to manipulate the elements, all these different things. He's trying to get what was promised to him. Not really, because, the blessing was meant for Jacob in the first place. That's why it was told to Rebekah that the elder shall serve the younger. But Esau's trying to get his blessing back. All right. And for him to do that, he has to keep Jake in a carnal state of mind, and he has to completely separate us from our power, which is why he's going to try to defile the temples of the nation and everybody. All right. Complete control is what he seeks. And he's going to try to defile our temple, which ye temple ye are, with that charagma. Okay. But yeah, man, all of his riches and things were gotten by deceit. So Esau is quick to disannul or try to say, hey, don't worry about that. That wasn't me. That was our forefathers. I wasn't there. You weren't there. And we're going to prove him wrong on that today. But I got a clip I want to show you guys first, and we'll go from there. All right. So with no further ado, let me run the clip for you guys. Hey, Shalom. Shalom, brother. Beautiful brother, man. And I love your videos. All right. Clip. Got it right here. Okay. Let's watch it.
White Americans in particular are very quick, are we not, to tell people of color in particular who talk about the past and the weight of the past and the history of the past and the impact of the past. We are extraordinarily quick to look at them and say, why do you have to bring that up? That was a long time ago. Why can't we move on? Why can't we get over it? Now this, I beg to remind you, is precious coming from white people. Because there is nobody on this earth that loves the past more than white Americans. We absolutely adore it. We worship it. That's why the Tea Party said they wanted their country back. Back is a directional reference. And it does not point to the future. Right? That's why some folks made pretty little hats that said, "Make America Great Again." Make America Great Again. See, that's coming from people who think the past was this wonderful, splendid place, ignoring how unsplendid it was for millions of their. When we talk about race and racism, white Americans in particular are very quick, are we not, to...
Yeah. So, like the man said, they're very quick to try to push it on the back burner. But in the same token, they bring it up when they want to talk about their greatness. Make it great again, this, that, and the third. But you gained it through wickedness and deceit. And you are your forefathers, which is the point of this video. So we have to go to the past to diagnose what the solution is. The solution is you have to be removed out of the earth, because you're not only, our enemy, but you're the enemy of the earth. The scriptures talk about the trees even rejoicing once this man has been removed. That no fellow has come up against us. And the brothers want to put that precept up. You can put it up. But this man is a virus in the earth. Okay. So the diagnosis is, okay, this cancer that our people have, that the world has to be removed. And the Lord's going to do it. It's not going to be by our hand, right? It's not going to be by us. Let me actually just get it for you guys here. The Lord's going to get you out of there. It's going to be casting down the wicked, man. So, let me see. I'll go to Isaiah 47, then I'll go to Jeremiah 50. All right. 47. This is Jeremiah, no, it's like Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47. Then we'll go to Jeremiah 50. All right, so this Isaiah 47 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne." So he knows this is prophecy that his rulership comes to an end. And when his rulership ends, who steps into power after him? It's not going to be the Russians, because they're the same damn people. It's not going to be the Moabites. It's not going to be any of you guys. All right? The scriptures say this. It's 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Okay? And that's why we rejoice at the falling of this kingdom. We rejoice at this place circling into chaos, because we know that that's going to be the catapult, all right, for him to move forward with his plan. And he's in a trick bag, because as he's doing this, he's going to realize he doesn't have the control he thinks he has. And the Lord is going to strip him out of that seat, like we're reading in Isaiah 47. But this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world." And the word for world there is aeon, talking about the age. All right, the end of an age, not the actual end of the world, because we know the scriptures say the earth abideth forever. Okay, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, the Israelites, who are the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people today, can prove that as well. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And our age is going to be an everlasting age. Okay. Back to Isaiah 47 and 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Okay, now let's go to Jeremiah 50. All right. Jeremiah 50 and 1. And like we mentioned last night, a lot of these precepts, that we're talking about the past, you could use them for today because those same things are going to play out in the earth. What is then is now. Okay, which is another precept you could use to back up that those same spirits that were, lynching our people, the same spirits that crucified, that pierced the Lord, the same spirits that crucified the Lord, that were saying of our people that were saying crucify him. All those spirits are back. The same spirits in Sodom and Gomorrah, those spirits are back, which is why that pride demon is so heavy in today's society. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50 and 1. The word of the Lord that spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. These men are back in the spirit. The prophets are back. And we're chanting down this wicked kingdom of war, evil, and pestilence once again. All right. And this is that last great kingdom prophesied in the Bible. How do we know? This is the first captivity. This is the quick way. This is the first captivity where we were completely disconnected from our heritage, where we didn't know who we were. All the other ones we did. Okay. But in this one, we were completely disconnected. Right. So the book was closed up unto us, like it talks about in Daniel 12 and 4. But the knowledge was again increased unto us. In the understanding of this book was made manifest unto, the remnant of his people in this time, which lets us know, pursuing to Daniel 12 and 4, let's just go get it, that we're in the time of the end. This is that last great kingdom. All right, Daniel 12 in verse 4. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, this book. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. It says, even to the time of the end. Seal the book, the understanding of it, even to the time of the end. So we were disconnected from our heritage, who we were, the understanding of this Bible for a time period. And then it was opened again unto us, letting us know that we're in the time of the end, like it talks about in Daniel. All right. A brother put up, the brother Bayan puts up Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. It says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Yep. Quoted that earlier at the water for putting it up. It says, then he jumps down to verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and the thing which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. And the brother Pathak here, maybe was it last week or 2 weeks? Everything's a blur. Time's going by so fast. He brought out that word, the thing, when you look it up in the blue letter. Let's go get it in the blue letter, guys, and see what that word thing is in Ecclesiastes, first chapter and the 9th verse. I think we looked it up and it went back to, let me see here. I'm share it on screen. I think I gotta make it wider for myself. See, it's not showing me all the words here. Bear with me, guys. Let me get this figured out. I think I gotta make a Smaller. See, now it's not showing enough. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the text. Look on the phone. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, right? When we go there, that word thing. It goes back to the word man when you go deep enough. I'm trying to figure out. But for some, yeah, it's not showing me. Like right here should be in English. What word matches up with what? Okay, well, it goes back to the word man. All right, so if you got time, you can look it up yourself. All right, but that's a beautiful precept because it's going into what we're getting ready to go into. And verse 10 says, what? Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had already been of old time before us. Right, then verse 11 says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come hereafter. So, you are your forefathers, okay? And to back that up, let's also go get where is it? I believe it talks about coming back every third or fourth generation. That's Exodus, the 34th chapter, and I believe the 7th verse. So let's go there really quick. Exodus 34 and 7, it says, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin. And that will by no means clear the guilty. And we know who's the guilty, who's the wicked. The same people who are professing themselves not guilty in this time. Yeah, I believe that's Zechariah. Let me get it. Let me go to it really quick. Zechariah 11. There's a people upon the earth professing themselves not guilty for their iniquity. It's Zechariah 11 and 5. It says, whose possessors slay them, right, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Now let's read it in the NLT. All right, Zechariah 11 and 5. It says, the buyers slaughter their sheep, right? We were sold unto our enemies without remorse. And that's why when we bring up things like our captivity, like the atrocities that were done to us, Christians and the apologists and the people of the world, they don't regard it. They're like, oh, don't worry about that. That was the past. Oh, so that's over with. They have no remorse. They're unconcerned. But the Lord is not unconcerned. The Lord's not unconcerned with the justice. The Lord's not unconcerned with the apple of his eye being touched by you people. He's not unconcerned with that. So there's going to be a recompense for it. Let's read it once more in the NLT. Zechariah 11 and 5. The buyers slaughter their sheep without remorse. The sellers say, praise the Lord. Now I'm rich. Even the shepherds have no compassion for them. Who does that fit? You have a people that were taken into slavery, sold all over the world into different nations, all right? Treated like shit, still treated like shit and viewed as shit and worthless, right? Just like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. This was he whom we sometimes had in derision and a proverb of reproach. How is he numbered among the saints? I mean, the children of God. Those people, right? Those are the Lord's chosen people, and there's going to be a recompense. There's going to be justice upon the Lord's return for those people. But the majority of the earth, they don't even think twice about it. They're unconcerned. Just like it says here, without remorse, right? They hold themselves not guilty. All right. So let's finish reading this Exodus here. Exodus 34 and 7. It says, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, right? Upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation. All right. Beautiful. That's beautiful. And the scriptures say, I believe it's in Isaiah, the 14th chapter. I think I got it up here, right here. Right here, yeah. Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, the children's children, for the iniquity of their fathers. So that matches exactly what we read in Exodus 34. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, the sin upon sin, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So you're going to serve captivity upon the return of the Lord. You're going to go into slavery. And after that period, that extended period is up, right? That 1,000 years. Obadiah 1 and 18 is going to take place. Go read that if you're new. For those who don't know, Obadiah 1 and 18 is going to take place. All right. So now let's go to just to continue to back up that we are our forefathers. Let's go get Revelation 10th chapter. And I believe it is I'll just go 10. All right. All right. So this is John, and he's having that vision, okay, of the little book. And we'll start at 9, actually, and we'll read all the way to 11, which is our point here. It says, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book, the scriptures. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, digest it, understand it in full. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth as sweet as honey. Because when you eat something and you first taste it with your taste buds, which is in your mouth, right? It's sweet to know you have the regal house of Israel. Knowing this truth and knowing the great heritage you come from and the standard that our family has makes you want to stand upright. Makes you want to, change. It quickens you and makes you want to become that new creature. Makes you want to be more attached to your spirit more so than your flesh, which is our fight. All right. But it makes your belly bitter because you realize right now the state that our people are in, that you're in, and that you need a savior. All right. So it makes your belly bitter. All right. Continuing on. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth as sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again. So John is being told he's going to have to prophesy again. Now he died on the island of Patmos. We know this, right? So what is there a lie going on here? Is the Lord off? No. His spirit will be back in the latter days doing the same thing he always was done. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples, with an S, and nations. So he didn't just come back once. He's been coming back. The spirits have been regenerated over and over and over. Reincarnation is in the scriptures. Many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. All right. So this was and this was a common understanding back in ancient times. That's why when you go to John the 9th chapter, we'll get it really quick. The disciples posed this question to Yahushua. Go John 9 here. All right, we'll start here at the top. It says, and Yahushua passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth. Now this man was born blind. He had this defect blind. And one of the questions people have in the world is, if God is so good, why would he allow, this person to be born crippled, or this to happen to this person, and this, that, and the third? Well, we live out our judgments upon the earth. Heaven and hell are living conditions. And we live, if somebody wants to put under the sun, I saw the place, of judgment, and the place of righteousness, that wickedness was there and that righteousness was there. I'm paraphrasing, but I believe that is in it's either in Ecclesiastes or Sirach. All right, we live out our judgments upon the earth, and that could be a judgment upon a person for something they did in the past life, which is the sentiment that we'll see here as we continue to read. It says, "And Yahweh passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth." Because he's with the disciple, he passed by a man who was blind from his birth. Everyone knew this. And his disciples asked him, saying, "Master, who did sin?" So they understand that nobody's just born that way for no reason. They understand it was a judgment. That's why they said, "Who did sin? This man? Yeah, or his parents, that he was born blind?" Now, if he was, could you do anything as a fetus that your recompense is to be blind? Of course not. This man or his parents, that he was born blind. So they understood how judgment works, that you live it out upon the earth. And when they asked this question, this man, they understood that this must have been a previous life. All right. And the brother put up the precept for me. The water, GMS Virgin Islands, Straight Gate puts up Ecclesiastes 3:16. It says, "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment." Under the sun is the earth. "That wickedness was there. And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Righteousness and wickedness dwells in the same place, and that's upon the earth. And it's the place of judgment. It's where judgment is played out in the earth. The same way the kingdom of heaven is going to be upon the earth. And the brother has verse 15 here. Let me read that, and then I'll read 16 again. It says, "That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And God requireth that which is past." The past, and that's the perfect precept. I should have opened up with that. The water. That's the perfect precept that goes with the title. The past is necessary for a diagnosis. The Lord requireth that which is past, because things can't be fixed unless you have that history. A solution can't be prescribed unless you have the history. All right. So let's read that again. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and God, Yahweh, requireth that which is past. Now we're going to verse 16. "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment." The place of judgment is the earth. "That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Okay. So we live out our judgments upon the earth. And this blind man here in John 9 was living out of judgment. Well, that's the notion they were under. And Yahweh answered them and corrected them. All right. "Who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" And verse 3 says what? Yahweh, can I make it bigger for you guys here? Let's see what I can do. All right. It's beautiful. The Lord gave us all these examples for our learning, man, so that there's no confusion. It says, "And Yahweh answered, Neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of Yahweh should be made manifest." This man was his role in the movie was to be that way, so a particular event could happen. An example for our learning could happen is more proof of who Yahweh himself was. He was made blind for that specific purpose. Ain't that something? So you have these Edomites who try to, detach themselves from those atrocities they committed. No, man, that's not how the Lord works. He requires that which is past. All right. So it was it was of common knowledge and understanding that spirits come back into the earth. And I'll read one more just to cap that point off. We'll go to Matthew 16 and 13. Okay. Matthew 16 and 13. It says, "And when Yahushua came to the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Whom do men say that I am? Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?" Right? What's my reputation? Who do people think I am? What purpose do you think? What purpose do the people think that I serve? Right? Matthew 16 and 14. "And they said, Some say that thou art John the Baptist. Now we know John the Baptist was beheaded, right? John the Baptist was beheaded in the beginning of Yeshua's ministry. And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. So all these men of the Lord that are passed away, that their physical body passed away, right? People were under of the conversation of, oh, he's one of the prophets that passed away, meaning that their spirit must be back in this body. He's one of those men. So people were it was a common understanding. It's a new concept of this. You go to this place, you burn forever, or you go float around the clouds. That's a lie that Esau gave you. The scriptures say much different. The scriptures say the contrary. So when you get and dive into this thing, this is something that you understand. All right. And it frees us from that fear that people have in the world of death. Because we know, anything that happens to this vessel is temporary. Somebody put the precept up where it says, and fear not them that can kill the body, but fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. All right. That's who you need to fear. So that fear of what man could do to you, it flees from you the more understanding that you have. All right, so I'll read that precept and from there, I'll produce wrap up. The point has been made. All right, now I'll run that while you guys find that precept for me. Make it interactive, right? While you find that precept for me, I'll rerun the clip of the Edomite, of the statement that he made.
White Americans in particular are very quick, are we not, to tell people of color in particular who talk about the past and the weight of the past and the history of the past and the impact of the past. We are extraordinarily quick to look at them and say, why do you have to bring that up? That was a long time ago. Why can't we move on? Why can't we get over it? Now this, I beg to remind you, is precious coming from white people. Because there is nobody on this earth that loves the past more than white Americans. We absolutely adore it. We worship it. That's why the Tea Party said they wanted their country back. Back is a directional reference, and it does not point to the future. Right? That's why some folks made pretty little hats that said, "Make America Great Again." Make America Great Again. See, that's coming from people who think the past was this wonderful, splendid place, ignoring how unsplendid it was for millions of their. When we talk about race and racism, white Americans in particular are very quick, are we not, to...
So the brother Damayam puts it up, and the brother Bayan puts it up as well. So the Water Brothers. So we're gonna close with this one. Beautiful precepts. I appreciate all the precepts you guys did put up. And actually, I'll read some of them before we close out. It's JMS Virgin on Straight Gate. He puts up Ecclesiastes 3:17, continuing on where we read. It says, I said in my heart, Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. So you're gonna reap what you sow, man. There's no escaping it. There's no sweeping it under the rug. All the blood that you shed in the land, just like it says in Numbers 35 and 33, for blood it defiled the land, and it cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him who shed it. So you're gonna answer for your deeds. The wicked shall not go unpunished. All right. Luke 12:2. Brother Bayan, he puts up, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And you go to Isaiah 47. I didn't read down all the way, but it talks about his leg being made bare, that his shame is going to be seen, and it's a shame how you got to the position that you're in. All right. Brother also puts up Luke 8:17. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Beautiful. All right. And now we'll read the precept that we're closing with. It's Matthew 10:28. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So the Lord has dominion over the spirits. And that's what Esau's trying to do, but that's not something that he can accomplish. He wants to be like the Most High, but to truly have manipulation over people and the souls of men to the furthest extent, you have to have control over the spirits. But that's a domain that he cannot enter into. All right. And us understanding that, how life and death works according to the scriptures, separates from that fear of death and what this man can do to us. So we don't have to fear, them who can, just kill the body. That's nothing. And also, with that being said, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.